Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another how-to origami tutorial, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to make the origami Christmas star. Alright, so I wanted to use some foil paper for this tutorial because I felt like it just kind of fit the festive mood, but I do apologize if it gets a little bit difficult to look at. It's kind of reflective and the camera didn't like it. So anyway, let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to want the outside of my star to be the shiny side, right? Not the dull side. So I'm going to start by having the dull side up. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half both ways. And as I always say, take the time with every fold to line up your edges to make sure you have a very accurate crease. Once you have an accurate crease, make sure you press down nice and firmly to ensure that your crease is very precise. Alright, so now we fold it in half this way. Let's go ahead and fold it in half this way. Alright, now unfold. Alright, again with the dull side facing upward, what we're going to do is we're going to fold every edge into one of these center creases and then unfold again. Alright, so once you've done that, we're going to fold in the diagonals now. So we're going to fold basically corner to corner. So I'm going to start by folding this corner over to this corner. Once you've done that, unfold and do the same thing going the other direction. Alright, cool. Now that we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to fold two of these sides in again at once. Alright, and as you'll see, the corner kind of buckles up like this. It kind of turns into a little fin. That's a good thing. What we want is to press these sides down, let this stick up, and then fold it off to one side like this. See that? Just fold it off to one side. Okay. Press down. Now fold it over in the other direction and crease again. Alright, now we're going to perform a squash fold. So we're going to re-elevate this, right? So it's sticking up vertically, and I'm just going to press down from the top. We should have already made all the creases necessary for this collapse to happen naturally. So just press down and it should take its shape, and then if you feel like it, re-stabilize those creases. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing on every side. So for example, to get this corner correctly, I'm going to fold in this side. Alright, that's going to cause this corner to stick up. Alright, And again, we just fold it from one side to the other side. Back up and squash. So now we have 2 corners done. 2 corners are done now. Let's go ahead on this side. Now it gets a little bit more tricky with this. You might even have to unfold one of the sides in order to complete it. But you basically need to fold this side in and do the same thing. All right, and the final side, or final corner rather. Alright, so once you're done, your paper should look like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these inner sides of these smaller squares and we're going to fold them in to these diagonal creases like this. And this step is going to be very similar to the step in the origami crane. Alright, so we're going to fold these inwards. Okay. And then I'm going to do a light fold along this line right here. Just a very light fold going back and back up like that. Okay, so I want to unfold these again and lift this flap open. All right, see that? I'll show it to you one more time. So once you've folded this, you unfold them just like that. All right, and you lift from the bottom and open it outwards. And this should collapse in just like in the crane, the origami crane, if you've ever made that. All right, it should fold out nicely like this. Once you've done that, just shape it better and then finalize the creases. Now fold this back down, okay? And repeat that on all of the 3 other sides. All right, so once you've done that, we're gonna flip the model over to the square. And then we're going to fold these corners into the center point. It might be a little hard to see unless I hold it at the right angle, but the lines do cross in the center and we're just going to fold the corner into that center. And when we do that, we'll let these little points kick out like this. Just like that. All right, once you've done that, your star should look like this. What we're gonna do now is flip it over again. And from here, we're basically going to do a repeat of the previous steps. So we're going to fold these sides down as far as they'll go. All right, so that's about here. See that? And then you wanna crease and unfold and do the same thing on all 4 sides. At this point, your paper is probably getting fairly thick, so it's best to put more pressure into your folds now to ensure that they stay. Alright, now once you've made those folds, we're going to do the same thing where we're going to fold in two of the sides at once. Alright, and then this little piece will stick up like that. We're going to fold it to one side, then to the other, and then we're going to open it up for a squash fold, just like that. And it'll be a little easier this time since the edges aren't being folded all the way into the center creases. It'll also be a little bit more difficult since the paper is now smaller. So there's a trade-off there. Alright, now we've done this, and you've probably guessed it, we're going to do the same thing we did with these points to these little squares. Now if the paper is too small or too thick, this is going to be a rather difficult step to do, and if you want, you can just leave it out. However, if you can get it, then it adds a cool little effect of having the points sticking out at all the having the points stick out between these larger points. It looks cool. Anyway, so basically we're going to fold these edges right here up to the crease that runs diagonally here on these small squares. Okay, once you've done that, unfold and then open up the pocket. Open up the pocket just like this and attempt the squash fold. This is rather difficult, very difficult step, especially with foil paper. But it should end up looking kind of like this. It's the same step as we did before, just on a smaller scale. Alright, do that on all 4 squares. Alright, once you're done with that, it should look something like this. And my folds are really sloppy because the foil paper gets pretty thick at this when you get this small, so I do apologize for that, but it should look roughly like that. And if you flip it over on this side, you can see that those points just kind of give an extra little aesthetic appeal to it. So that's the origami Christmas star. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like and subscribe to show your support. I really appreciate that. And happy holidays to everyone out there. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next tutorial.